Welcome to the Fermented Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Anna, and on this channel I'm sharing our journey of learning how to turn our home into a homestead. Today I am going to attempt to build a couple of different types of compost bins. I have an abundance of two things. I have an abundance of pallets, and I have an abundance of like cattle panel, I don't want to use the cattle panels, but the I don't know what you'd call these, but they're like 2-inch by 4-inch holes, and they're probably about 4 feet tall. So I'm going to make one with paddles, get one with pallets. Simplest, easiest possible way I can put them together. I'm just going to literally do like 4 walls and throw stuff in it. That's it. And then with these ones, I'm going to make a big circle. My dad does that. I don't think he uses this size holes. I think he uses hardware cloth. But I have chicken wire and I have these panels. So I'm going to combine the two and hopefully that'll be good enough. We'll see. And so we're just going to build them really quick and I will show you what I'm doing. It's not going to be a whole lot involved with it. We just have an abundance of chicken poop and pine shavings. And so we just need to find a place to actually put this stuff, because it's just getting, as you can see, the compost bin that we got, we didn't buy it, we were gifted it, but the compost bin that we have is not adequate. And I'll show you over here. I built this one a long time ago, quite a few years ago actually, and it's not sufficient. I took apart the pallets and put it together like that. That was the first time I'd ever done anything like that. I didn't know what I was doing. And so this time I'm literally just going to put them, the pallets that I have are much closer together. The gaps are probably about this far apart. And so I'm just going to put them, you know, 4 walls, screw them together with a few screws and be done with it, and just keep piling stuff in there until, you know, it gets full, and then we'll let it break down for 6 months and then we'll use it. So let's do this. Now that I have all of my pallets ready, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to lean them up on end and screw them together. And that's pretty much all I'm planning on doing with these. Hopefully that'll work. I mean, I've never done it in this way before, so we'll see how it goes. This one here I'm planning on making not quite as permanent as the other ones. Not that they're going to be permanent anyways, but much easier to take apart. Like I might just strap it on there because it's the front, and while I want something there to hold the compost in, I don't want it to be difficult to take out and turn. Because one thing that I'm probably going to end up doing, maybe even in this video, is adding on a couple more bays for the compost to be in. So you have the starting compost, and then you have the middle compost, and then the finished compost, so you can just turn it. I've heard that having 3 bays for the compost bin is ideal, and since I have the space and the pallets, I might just do it, and then we'll just see how it goes. So I just have a bunch of these. I think they're 3.5-inch nails, nothing special. They're just nails that I got out of something I took apart. So we got all of these screwed together, and I think I'm definitely going to at least add in one more. I'm going to cover this side here with some chicken wire, just to make sure that stuff can't really get through here, and that's about it. So one thing that I realized I forgot was putting cardboard underneath it. So I'm going to have to kind of pull it back a little bit, lift it up, and try and get some cardboard underneath it so the weeds don't go through and I don't have to deal with at least as many weeds. So one other thing that I'm going to do with this is I'm going to brace it not very well, but I just have a bunch of broken pallets from all the pallet projects that I've been working on. I have some broken like pallet slats, and I'm just gonna go ahead and at each of the joints give it a little more stability because I can. So that's all I'm going to do with the compost bins. I just gonna go ahead and load those up, and really that's about all there is to it. I'm just gonna put everything into this first bin, and then in, you know, a month, 2 months, whatever, how long it may be, I'm gonna shovel it into that one, let it finish, and then by then I will have, I'm short pallets, so I need 2 more pallets to be able to finish this, and so we're just gonna keep moving it down the row until it's completed. So that's all there is to building like the simplest, easiest, throw it together compost bin with pallets that you've ever seen. Let me show you the next one, and this one is just gonna, you're just gonna kick yourself if you never thought about actually doing this. So for this, a smaller mesh is definitely ideal, but this is what I'm working with. And so I'm gonna unravel this to the size that I think I want it to be, and then I'm going to cover the inside with some chicken wire, and even that is a little bit bigger than I would prefer, but it's what I have, so I'm just gonna work with it. So, ow! Even gloves don't protect from that. This is really tall. Okay. This is really tall. I didn't realize it was this tall. I'm gonna see if I can find some shorter stuff. So, all we're gonna do with this stuff is just kind of unravel it to the size that I want. Basically, we're going for about a 3-foot kind of circle, give or take. So, this isn't going to be necessarily exactly ideal, but it's still going to work. And it's still going to hold, you know, compost. Well, it'll hold the compost. It'll hold food until it becomes compost. How about that? Okay. So basically, all I'm trying to do is just get this to make kind of a circle. And this actually might be almost kind of perfect. Cool. Okay. So, what I'm going to do, you can see it's got these extra pieces on the edges here. You know, it's maybe like a finger length, and these ones are like, you know, 2 knuckles worth. And so, basically, all I'm going to do is just wrap these around. And that's pretty much it. I don't know if I'll be able to get the big one, but... This is annoying. My hands just aren't that strong. Definitely make sure you're using leather gloves if you're doing this. This is just kind of an annoying long process, apparently. I've never actually seen how my dad does this. He kind of just throws them around like it's nothing. Okay. There you go. Compost bin. All you do is you just throw stuff in there, and I'll show you how I'm doing it. But I mean, really, you can make a compost bin out of just about anything that you have. You know, like I have this wire hanging around. It's, you know, you just make do with what you got. Other things would be ideal, but it's still going to work. And then also with this compost pallet bay, if you want to call it that, you know, we have that going on as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and dump all of the chicken crud in here, and I'll show you how much we got and why I had to build it.
Nice.
I got 2 of them,
Wow.
3 of them.
That's a better way to do it.
Yeah.
Not taking that junk apart.
Exactly. That took me like a half an hour tops.
Half hour. That's all it took.
Yeah. And you just use one bay, and then you let it go, and you let it go, and then you move it to the next bay, and then the next bay.
All right.
So we can just load up all the chicken crud in there.
I'm gonna check out this chicken. Wow, it's stronger actually too. Huh?
It's pretty strong.
Dirty chicken crud.
You gonna go look at the little chickies? So one of the benefits of using this method, at least in the beginning, is you can just do this.
Oh. Yeah. All right. There we go.
So we got all of our pine shavings put away into the first bin here, and then bless you, and then huh? Yeah, very bad. My shoes are even covered in pollen. Like literally, you can see them all over my shoes. See, shoes just covered in pollen. I don't know why. Anyways. So we got all of the pine shavings and the chicken poo unloaded there. So it's going to be breaking down. I'm going to water it down tonight. And then after a little while, it'll go into that one once it starts breaking down. Then, like I said, I'll build a third one when I have the pallets for it. And we have this one here. I'm probably going to put yard waste in there as much as we can break it down. Maybe I'll gather a bunch of leaves and things like that that I can start to break down. Who knows? It's just there for when I need it. The only downside really to that one is the height. It's, you know, basically as tall as me. So that must be, let's look. Yeah, so this must be like 5-foot fencing, you know, because I'm like 5'7". It's like eye height. So anyways, probably want to make sure you do ones that are a little bit shorter if you have it available to you. I don't, so I didn't. I might go ahead and snip a few off the bottom. If it comes to it and I don't end up actually using it, I might end up snipping it off there. So thanks for joining me today while we are building the Pallet Compost bay, I guess you would call it. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.